November 1st, 2015. The Royals are one win away from winning the World Series. Entering the 12th inning, the game was tied, but the Royals were able to gain a 5-run lead. In order to win their first World Series in 30 years, the Royals needed 3 more outs. Who would they turn to? The best reliever in baseball, Wade Davis.
Judah strikes out with 2 pitch, struck him out. The 1-2 again. Inside corner.
Now, you probably knew that Davis closed out the World Series for the Royals. What you may not know is that Davis was not well rested. The previous night, the Royals were 2 runs up heading into the 8th inning, and Davis was given the task of getting 6 outs, something he never attempted during the regular season. Although, if there was anyone that could pull this off, it was Davis. At 29 years old, Davis was the best reliever in baseball and a World Series champion. However, 6 years later, on September 11th, 2021, Davis entered a game with the Royals down by 5 runs against the Twins. Unfortunately, after loading the bases, he gave up a 2 RBI single, and after being taken out of the game, the next batter drove in Davis's runner, bringing the earned run total to 3. Between 2014 and 2016, Davis never allowed more than 2 earned runs in a relief appearance. In 2021, this happened 4 times. We wouldn't know it yet, but this appearance against the Twins was the final appearance of Davis's career, as he announced his retirement on November 24th, 2021. Reliever careers are historically volatile, but given how extraordinary Davis's peak was, you have to wonder what happened in that 6-year span. Well, to put it simply, Coors Field happened.
Oh boy, stay fair, and it's long gone, home run. And he golfs one deep to right center field. Wow, it goes right down the stairwell.
Coors Field has been a hitter's paradise since its opening in 1995, which is why the Rockies franchise has the worst home ERA in MLB history. Still, how did a guy who was on top of the baseball world regress so suddenly? Well, let's find out. However, first I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Fetch Rewards. Fetch is a super easy to use free app that allows you to earn rewards wherever you shop, whether it be a large retailer or small business. If you have the receipt, you earn points when you scan it with Fetch. Recently, I realized that despite the fact that I enjoy playing basketball, I didn't own one, so I went to the store and bought one. Afterwards, I scanned the receipt with the in-app camera and earned some points. It's that simple. Also, if you're an online shopper, Fetch has got you covered. Just press this blue e-receipt button, and the app will scan your email and Amazon account for recent purchases. After it finishes scanning, you get more points. These points are traded in for gift cards for companies like Nike, Adidas, Fanatics, StubHub, and much more. Maybe you want to get some new team gear with Fanatics, buy game tickets on StubHub, or get new workout gear at Nike or Adidas. Either way, Fetch makes it easier for you to earn some extra cash towards whatever you want to buy. To get started today, use the sign up link in the description for an extra 3,000 points from me. Make sure to enter the code STORM when you scan your first receipt. Thank you, Fetch Rewards, for sponsoring this video. Like many relievers, Davis began his career as a starter. Drafted in the 3rd round of the 2004 draft by the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Davis made his debut in late 2009. For the next couple years, Davis spent his time in the Rays rotation, but he wasn't producing the best of numbers. So in 2012, the Rays made the decision to move Davis to the bullpen. This worked out very well for Davis and the Rays. In fact, among all relievers who pitched at least 70 innings in 2012, Davis's ERA plus was 11th in all of baseball. Not bad for a first-time reliever, and Davis never had any problem with the move. While he wanted to start, at the end of the day, he had a job in the big leagues, and he was excelling. Before his move to the bullpen, Davis threw 5 pitches: a fastball, sinker, curveball, slider, and changeup. He stopped using his slider and changeup, kept his fastball, sinker, and curveball, and added a cutter as well. As a result, the 3 pitches he kept all increased in velocity. However, his newfound cutter was the most unexpected success story of them all, ranking 3rd among among all relievers in runs above average, a stat that aims to calculate the total number of runs saved by a pitcher using a specific pitch by using PitchFX data. However, not long after the season ended, Davis was traded along with James Shields to the Kansas City Royals. So what did this mean for Davis? Well, he was back in the starting rotation for the 2013 season, and it went just how you would expect. However, there was a glimmer of hope. To end the season, Davis was moved to the bullpen, and he reverted back to his 2012 production, not only in terms of outcomes, but in terms of velocities as well. Well, the decision was made to move Davis back to the bullpen for the 2014 season, and let's just say it worked out very well. Davis was 1/3 of what was arguably the greatest relief trio in MLB history. This trio was the only multiplayer reliever group in MLB history where each player threw at least 60 innings and had an ERA plus of at least 270. While Davis wasn't the closer, he was the best player in this trio. Davis stopped using his sinker, opting to use his four-seamer more often, a pitch he was throwing harder than ever. With this new 3-pitch mix, hitters were being fooled left and right, which led to a 33-game-long streak where Davis didn't allow a single run, one of only 20 pitchers in MLB history to accomplish this. Although among these pitchers, only 2 of them ended their respective season with an ERA plus above Davis, Zach Britton and Chris Hammond. Speaking of ERA plus, Davis's 2014 ERA plus was 5th among all relievers who've pitched at least 70 innings in a season. However, Davis had the best FIP in this group. Also, Davis became the first reliever in history to throw over 100 strikeouts with over 70 innings pitched and an ERA of 1 or less. In short, Davis was really good in 2014. But what if I told you he was even better in 2015? Okay, well, in terms of FIP, he wasn't better, but his ERA was under 1, leading to an ERA plus of 4.48. All of his pitches were incredible. His curveball was the only pitch that improved from 2014 in terms of opponent average and slugging percentage. However, it could be argued that this was his 3rd best pitch. In terms of runs above average, Davis's fastball ranked 1st among all relievers and his cutter ranked 5th. All of this is to say, Wade Davis was a very good pitcher, although he still wasn't the closer. In fact, he didn't become closer until the end of September, when it was announced Greg Holland needed Tommy John surgery. Well, this ended up working out for everyone as the Royals won the World Series. With Holland out for the 2016 season, Davis started the season as the closer. Unfortunately, right before the All-Star break, Davis was placed on the injured list with a right forearm strain. He returned a couple weeks later, but he re-aggravated the injury, not returning until early September. Still, Davis had a great season. However, considering their record, the Royals were in the early stages of a teardown, beginning with the trade of Davis to the Chicago Cubs for Jorge Soler. Davis's Royals tenure was over, but what a tenure it was. In that 3-year span as a reliever, the lowest ERA plus Davis had was 2.32. In the history of baseball, only 10 relievers have finished 3 seasons with an ERA plus of at least 2.30 while pitching at least 43 innings. Among these 10 relievers, only 3 of them did this in consecutive seasons: Mariano Rivera, Joe Nathan, and Wade Davis. Going even deeper, only 7 relievers have pitched a season with an ERA plus of at least 3.90 with at least 67 innings pitched. Davis is the only reliever to accomplish this twice. So not only was Davis's level of peak production very rare, but to do so in multiple seasons was unheard of. Kansas City was losing a great pitcher, but at the very least, he threw the pitch that brought the city of Kansas City their first World Series championship in 30 years. Fortunately for Davis, he was joining the 2016 champions, and his 1-year stop in Chicago was a positive one, which featured his 3rd All-Star game in a row and an overall successful season with the Cubs. However, it was clear that Davis was on the decline. Lower velocity, increased slugging percentages, and 32 years old as a free agent, there's a lot of risk there. Who would be the team to take the risk? The Colorado Rockies. Prior to the 2018 season, Davis signed a 3-year deal worth $52 million, the highest AAV of any reliever at the time. Davis absolutely deserved this money for his production from the past 4 seasons, and he had a clear role as a veteran closer on an aspiring playoff team. But could he actually be the closer the Rockies wanted him to be? Unfortunately, no. As expected, the velocities of most of his pitches decreased, a possible reason as to why he struggled at home so much. To be fair, throughout Davis's entire Royals tenure, his ERA at home was worse than his road ERA. Here's the thing though, these ERA numbers were usually under 2, a clear difference from his first season in Colorado. While the Rockies had capable relievers like Adam Ottavino and Scott Oberg, Davis was the guy with the big contract and all the hype. As Ottavino left the Rockies after the 2018 season, there was further reliance on Davis, which eventually led to the worst season of his career. Like Davis's first season in Colorado, his home stats were significantly worse than his away stats. His velocity and overall effectiveness of his pitches continued to decrease. This regression continued into 2020, a season where Davis pitched less than 5 innings before being released in late September. With stats like this, you can see why. However, before spring training in 2021, Davis signed with the Royals on a minor league contract, eventually making the opening day roster. While his performances weren't near the level of his initial tenure, it's always nice to have a franchise legend back on the team. After the season ended, Davis retired at the age of 36. With Davis retiring only 5 years after his first tenure with the Royals ended, you have to wonder if he signed with anyone else after the 2017 season. Would Davis still be pitching today? To really get a feel on how much Coors Field affected Davis, compare the home and away stats for every team Davis played for. It's astounding how badly Davis played at Coors Field. Also, it didn't exactly help that right after he signed with the team, his zone contact percentage skyrocketed as his chase, whiff, and zone swing percentages decreased. So the combination of age, diminishing velocity, and the extremes of Coors Field likely accelerated Davis's regression, effectively ending his career. Still, Davis should be remembered for a few things: his historic peak, his role in Royals history, and his amazing work ethic and presence in the dugout, qualities his teammates and coaches constantly raved about. It can't be easy for a starting pitcher to be told they're being moved to the bullpen, but Davis didn't mind. In fact, all he cared about was being good at whatever he did, and well, he was quite good. And because of that, he'll always have a huge role in Royals history. He won't be a Hall of Famer, but at one point in time, he certainly pitched like one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching.